Today we're going over my entire Air Jordan 1 collection. I'm talking low top, mid top, high top, 85 cuts, samples, you name it, we're going over all of it. And if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. I'll have individual links for every single shoe review that I've done in the past. All that information will be in order down below in the description. Over the past 5 years, I have done this Air Jordan 1 sneaker collection video. And originally at the end of 2019, it started with 30 pairs of shoes in my Jordan 1 collection. I remember talking about potentially pushing my Air Jordan 1 collection to over 100 pairs again, similar to how I had it before I started to get into real estate and selling shoes to buy homes. In last year's video, we had just over 85 pairs of Jordan 1s in my collection. And this year we have finally cracked 100 pairs. I'll explain to you guys my reasoning as to why I got rid of some of the shoes, or why I wanted to keep some, or why I doubled up. And I have a very special Air Jordan 1 Grail pickup this year that I cannot wait to debut on the channel. And make sure you guys stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna have my dad come over and rate his top 5 favorite Air Jordan 1s for my entire collection. And we'll also go over my entire baby Air Jordan 1 collection. So with all that being said, sit back, kick your feet up, grab your popcorn because it's gonna be a long one. Let's go ahead and get into the first shoe. We have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Mocha. I actually doubled up on this shoe. I doubled up on the original high top release, and I think this is just overall a great sneaker. Honestly, anytime throughout the year. It obviously gives you like the Travis Scott vibe, so people that can't afford some Travis Scotts, they can go get these. I think this shoe checks a lot of boxes for a lot of sneakerheads. I ended up getting rid of the second pair as soon as I got them both because I was like, why do I have these? I already have all these other pairs and I haven't even got a chance to undeadstock in all the current low top ones that I have. So let me be conservative. I'll just keep one for now. Who knows? Once I start beating these up, I might end up getting a second pair later this year. Next up right here, the neutral gray Air Jordan 1 Low, also known as the Co Japan. We saw this in the mid top, and then we saw the high top retro and different iterations over the years, the briefcase, you name it. I love every single version that has come out, and I had without a doubt, I knew I was gonna for sure add these to my collection. The question was I gonna get 2 or not? I was trying to play it more conservative in 2024 and not go too crazy, even though you guys saw my other video and I bought over 100 and something pairs of shoes last year. Now speaking of rockers, this shoe I actually did double up on, and I rocked these immediately soon as I got them in hand, and that is the Shadow Air Jordan 1 Low. This is my clean dead stock pair. We'll talk about my rockers in a bit. We'll go downstairs and look at those, but for right now I'll show you these. Definitely a great shoe. I'm sure all you guys know, OG colorway, now brought to life on a low top version. Again, check so many boxes when it comes to rocking the shoe. You can get them dirty, clean them back up, you name it. There's a lot of reasons why not only myself, but a lot of people could love this shoe. This was 100% without a doubt double up no matter what anybody said. I almost thought about tripling up on this shoe. Speaking of triple ups, this is a shoe my wife actually tripled up on. I doubled up on, but I wouldn't mind tripling up on. And that's the Air Jordan 1 Low OG neutral gray right here. This again, great colorway. You saw the natural gray Air Jordan 1 and the different, the 85 cut, which I still have in my collection. We'll get to those in a bit. When these came out, I was in love with them. I rock them all the time. I get my pair dirty, I clean them back up, and I had to make sure I always had a pair on ice because this is just a clean shoe. You can never go wrong with this. It's hard to beat. Any time of the year it looks great. Years down the line, no matter what the value is, I don't even care because I know for a fact I'm still gonna be rocking this shoe. Next up right here, we have the Dornbecker Air Jordan 1 Low. You guys saw a full review on these as well. I think this is a beautiful sneaker. Some people love it, some people hate it. At the end of the day, I buy what I like for my collection, and I love this shoe. I think they did a great job on the collaboration overall. The details, the storytelling, again, check out the review. It is well worth the watch. I was also able to make sure that my mom got these, which she was happy about. I'm not exactly sure when I'm gonna rock them, but I know for a fact they're always gonna be in my collection. Next up right here, we have the Black Cement Air Jordan 1 Low. Now I got this one early in the year, as soon as the year began, and I was out in Miami. Next thing you know, I got stuck on a layover. I ended up going to sneaker shopping and I found these. They have my size. This shoe doesn't go for too much, but to be able to get it for under retail, I was very excited about it. I haven't got a chance to rock them yet. Again, like you guys saw, I moved and all the other things. I had a struggle even just getting all these shoes together right now because they're all over the place. I only got one, so if I do mess these up, which is probably gonna be hard to mess up, but if anything, I know for a fact I'll be able to get another pair for a good price. Speaking of a good price, I got these Trophy Room Room Air Jordan 1 lows from SneakerCon. Shout out to the homie for hooking me up for these. I made a video and told you guys a story about that with the review as well. But overall, very, very clean shoe. Was it in my top sneaker pickups of the year? No. But do I like this shoe? Yes. Have I been rocking this shoe? Yes. So overall, I'm not mad at them. I like them. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section when it comes to this pair in particular. Next up is a not really controversial sneaker, but more just like a lot of people talk about it and they love it or hate it type thing. And that's the Year of the Dragon Air Jordan 1 Low OG. I don't think it's the best of the year of the series. Most of the people that have gotten the shoe in person and in hand, they like it for the most part from what I have seen. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I haven't worn these yet. I actually went to the outlet the other day and I saw these sitting on shelves. There was a bunch of pairs. Maybe this is the one that just flies under the radar and it goes for super low and it just never goes up. And I say that to say, if you like this shoe, you could probably find these for a really good deal and not have to pay some crazy price like all the other Chinese New Year Jordan 1 lows. Next up is the rabbit hole of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 lows. Now, you guys know I got the OG, got these way back, got them for a few $100. Still happy to have these in my collection. You got the fragments, you got all this other stuff to start coming out. So we're gonna kind of just do this as a whole set type thing so you guys can see right here. These are the colorways that I have currently in my collection. I'll try to hold them up for you guys as I explain. I'm still missing the golf version, which is similar to those, and then the olive version, which is the original women's release. I still need to add both of those to my collection, but when it comes to the Jordan 1 Low OG Travis Scott collaborations, these are the, how many is this? 5, 6, 7 versions. These are the 7 pairs that I have right here in my collection, and I still am missing 2 other versions. So that means there's 9 that have released to the public, plus you have the White Party, the Utopia, and different things like that. So I might consider going after those as well, but I just kind of wanted to bundle that in because I know we could have spent a lot of time on those. I will be making a ranking video for those in that set once I complete the set, so make sure you guys stay tuned. It's actually gonna happen sooner than later because I got 1 pair on the way and I'm just missing the golf pair. So realistically, technically it's not in the video yet, but it'll definitely be here soon. Now continuing on with low top OGs, we have the Howard University Air Jordan 1 PE. Now this is the actual PE that came out and they said the PE was coming out, it's gonna be the same color and the materials are the same, and it's clearly not. I don't know why people were believing that. They never do that. They always switch something up. They never give the exact same shoe. They just don't do that. I've had these for a while, got these when they first hit the streets, when you know the players and everybody got them. I love this shoe. I rock this shoe. The gum bottom is clean. I've done full reviews on this shoe. I have the whole Howard set. They got some new Howard 4 set to hit the street soon, and you know I'll be grabbing those as well. So I love these. I think they did a great job on the shoe and the whole pack. Speaking of the pack, I also have the Florida Gators Air Jordan 1 Low OG PE as well. I love the colors on these. It's very hard to lose with the Florida colors, and then the gum bottom, super clean as well. And then obviously the whole pack, there's a bunch of different versions. I think there's like 7 or 8 different schools in the pack, as it has extended over the years. Like the 23s have, they're like 12 different versions now. So I do plan on going after some more of these from the pack. I don't know if I really want to complete the entire pack because some of the colorways are just like cool, and it's like I don't want to spend $2,000 in trades or cash or whatever it may be for a pair that I'm like, I don't really like them that much. I know everybody's like PE sample, they're all crazy exclusive, like that's cool and all, but like I don't want every single one because I don't like all of them. I just want to get the ones that I like, and sometimes I want to complete a set, so maybe there's like one that I'm like, I'll do it to complete the set. But if there's like 12 different shoes and I like 6 of them or 4 of them, I'm gonna just go after those 4 or those 6. I'm not gonna try to complete the entire set because I don't want them all. Now speaking of something that I did want and I did get is the natural gray Air Jordan 1 Low, or they got some new name for it now these days, but this is the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 cut. I was extremely excited about these. I made sure I got these for me and wifey. Like I talked about the other pair right here, we talked about these. I love these. Obviously the shape, the cut, everything's a little bit different. The fit is gonna be a little bit different. To have an OG colorway come back and hit the streets in an OG color was just super dope, and I knew I had to go after that. And speaking of that, I couldn't pass up on the metallic navy either. These were 2 OGs back from 1985, and I had to make sure I had these in my collection because obviously I wasn't born in '85, but I wanted to get these just because I had glorified and loved and thought these shoes were so cool over the years, and now to see them finally come out as a retro version of the original cut, it's just, again, no brainer. Oh yeah, and by the way, when it comes to these in particular, the navy colorway, I actually got these when I was out in Tokyo. Very, very excited. A fun trip. It was a good time at the Jordan store. I had a great time. They were like 5 minutes to closing, and then we came in, and then they were like showing us mad love, and we ended up getting to shop and do a bunch of stuff and had a great time in the store. So it was just a great experience, and again, another dope memory for this sneaker. I know it's not super expensive or super rare or anything, but for me, it means a lot. And since we're on the topic of Tokyo, I wore these while I was out in Tokyo because it has a full-length Zoom Air unit in the bottom of the foot, and they were extremely comfortable. And I've never shown you guys these before, so it only makes sense, right? The Air Jordan 1 Low tennis sample. I haven't done a review yet. If you guys want to see it, let me know down below in this. Oh wait, let me see. This one's a little bit cleaner. So I actually have 2 pairs of this sample, but the bottom, I don't know if you guys can see the different traction and everything. It has that tennis bottom right there on the outsole, and then it's got that TPU right here all around the front end of the toe area, and then you got the mesh tongue, and there's a lot of different switch ups on this shoe and stuff that we have never seen before on Jordan 1 Low. So not only to have one, but have 2 pairs samples in my size, I couldn't resist. I came up on these earlier in the year, and they were great additions to the collection. As soon as I got them, I've been rocking them because it's just so dope to have these. And it's funny because people always say, you don't wear your shoes, this, that, the other. I'm like, bro, I literally be wearing all my stuff. It takes me time. Some of them I rock sooner than later. Some of them I wait for a little bit longer. I end up cleaning them up, and they look super clean in the case, so you think I haven't worn them, but really I wear a lot of my shoes. These ones in particular, I just wear so often. I only clean them every now and then, but this one's like my little bit cleaner pair. This is like my everyday kind of rocker type shoe, but either way, great sample. Now let's take it downstairs because we're talking about rockers. All right, let's see what's on the rotation for the low top one. So we got the black toes, clean. I think I got rid of my dead stock pair because I've just been rocking these, so we're sliding with those. Another pair of black Phantoms. I switched the insoles for those if you don't know. Bruh, I've been going crazy in these. I literally wear these throughout the entire year. Shadows, love rocking these. They clean up pretty well, but they're still cooked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Do what I gotta do. Neutral grays, one of my pairs that I rock. Love rocking these. Okay, so, oh yeah, I got another one right here. Okay, so this is the, what was it? Mystic Navy or something like that? I forgot what the name of these were, but basically it's a Navy 1 Low, and I really like rocking these too. So that's kind of like my Jordan 1 Low rotation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs in the rotation right now. All right, we're back. Let's go over my mids. I don't really have that many, so this one's gonna be short and sweet. We're gonna start off, well actually, we'll start off with this one first. Okay, y'all remember the BMP pack? Yep, come on now. Come on now. Let's talk about the days. Let's talk about the times. Great era. If you wasn't there, you missed out, because back then, there wasn't really, honestly, what was it? You had like the De La Soul 1 high with the strap. There wasn't even 1 highs coming out during this time, and mids were like the best ones out there. And then you had the whole narrative of mids were trash and this, that, the other, and then there was like the new era mids, which those were trash, and then they started to get better. But either way, the BMP pack, I got the old love and the new love. I've been through this pack a couple times. This one I ended up sticking with, and it's gonna be here for the long haul. And I still have my old pair, one of my old pairs that I wore back in high school way back, and I'll wear these like, you know, in the summertime. I feel like in the summertime when I'm cleaning up, like doing stuff outside or cleaning up around the house, like, you know, something like type moving day or something, like this is the type of stuff I do. This pair is cooked, bro. Look at the heel. Oh my gosh. These been through hell and back. You heard me say it every time, and each time I've done this video. But I cannot let these go. They mean so much to me. One of my favorite Jordan 1s out there. Go Steelers, you name it. These check so many boxes. I got a clean pair sitting on deck if you know what I'm saying? I wore these a couple times, but this is just, I love these. I can't get rid of these. Today's partner is Sneaker Throne. They have multiple options when it comes to durable and high quality display cases. One of my personal favorites is the drop side display case. I'm a size 13 and I can easily fit my shoes inside of here and I have hundreds of these stacked throughout my rooms to display my sneakers. When it comes to the cases in particular, you have 4 different color options: clear, black, white, and red. So if you're looking at grabbing one of these for yourself or for someone else, make sure you guys check out sneakerthrone.com and don't forget to use the discount code DNA Show at checkout for 10% off for all your orders. And speaking of that, I know we're talking about the new UNC this and that, the other, but remember the UNC mids? With the Jordan picture on the side, the translucent Nike swoosh, and the jewel wings logo? Come on now, this was a great time. I made a video on me copping these for like, what, I think the sticker's still in here. I got these for 40 bucks. I cleaned them up. It's still a little yellow, but that's cool. This was another one that I'm like, I'm not getting rid of these. I don't know who would want them if I were to get rid of them, because I'm not sure many people would want them. I'm sure somebody out there is like, I would love to have those, so many memories, but I can't because I got so many memories of these back in high school as well. So great shoe. I literally had, bro, when I tell you, like, I had all these Jordan 1s back in the day and then I got rid of them to get the houses and this, that, the other, and I'm starting to get stuff back. This kind of makes me think about the nostalgic memory lane of the Father's Day ones, the Olympic ones, the military ones, you name it. There was a ton of cool stuff that was dropping. Even the wild stuff, the polka dot, the pewter hide, the Gucci one, the black and gold laser one. I had every single one of those. Wore them all back in the day. And it's kind of making me want to go down that lane. I might hop on GOAT and place a couple lowball bids. If you guys want to see me do that and try to snipe some pairs offline, let me know down below in the comment section. And I might have to do a little bit of reaching back and grabbing some of those older, fun, nostalgic Jordan 1s from, you know, 15, 20 years ago when I first started really getting serious about collecting. And speaking of that, this is a funny segue. These came out, it was like 03, something like that. I remember when these came out. And I got these when they first dropped. One of my, bro, so many memories. People talk about, what's your favorite Jordan 1? We talked about the New Loves. This was above the New Loves. The black and gold patent leather, had those. UNC patent leather, had those. And then I kept these because the other two, with aging, they don't really age well. Like, they yellow, they look green, like they don't look too good. So I was learning and I saw other people's pairs starting to deteriorate and look, it's just terrible. So I was like, let me get rid of those. Maybe I'll get something else in life, but it might be time, you know, one of those type of scenarios. So I ended up getting rid of those, but I miss them. I do. I don't think those are ones that I could reach back and get. Maybe the black and gold. They do be looking crusty and ashy. I know you guys have seen some clean pairs out there, but again, a rare hard find, and you probably can't rock them. The patent leather is gonna probably start cracking up and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But these, for some reason, have been tanks. I still rock these. I love these. The jewel looks great on the side. It's got a little bit of gummy to it. It's starting to yellow a little bit, but it's not too bad. One of my favorite mids in my collection out of my 5 pair that I have. But I love these so much. Again, oh my god, I need to make an actual review about this shoe and tell you all the stories from my middle school days and growing up rocking this shoe and getting multiples of these. It's either my 3rd pair, it might be my 2nd pair, but I'm pretty sure this is my 3rd pair of these because I had a different pair. My foot was smaller when I was a kid, so I got them back when I got to high school and they weren't too expensive back in the day. I actually got these off of ISS. All right, I'm rambling, I'm sorry. Good time, Soul Collector, Nike Talk days. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's just take it to the next versions. What we got, like, oh, we got the KOs next. Let's get into those. Now, when we all think about AJKOs, we think about these, right? The style, cup, shape, everything like that. But we're not gonna talk about these just yet. We gotta talk about the 2010 version first. Now, these came out, I graduated high school during that time, so I remember grabbing these in the white and red colorway. And then after that, they came out with the black toe and some other colorways, which I ended up getting those as well. But on topic, I had these and this was my favorite of that set. So I ended up getting rid of them all, and then years later, which I made a video about a few years ago, I think it was like 3 years ago, I got these back. I found these on GOAT. I reached back into time and I added them back into my collection. A lot of great memories with this shoe from the past, and I just had to add them back, so it made sense. And then we saw the retro, which was also convenient because I got these around the same time. I did a comparison review, and this is the closest iteration to the original version. I think they did an amazing job on this shoe, and we have seen a ton of AJKOs hit the streets over the years, and it's kind of like the Nike Airship. It's like desired by some. They do great colorways, they might have great materials, this, that, the other, the collaborations like we see with the airships, but for some reason it will never be like an Air Jordan 1, and it makes sense. The Jordan 1 is better. For some reason I will get some other colorways, and by the time it comes to the end of the year, when it's time to make the video, I don't have them. I end up getting rid of them. I might make a video or post something on my IG story or something, and next thing you know, I'm like, you know what, I don't really need these. Why did I get these? And then I get rid of them. But this is a classic OG. You can't, again, never go wrong. So these are my 2 KOs. Now let's show you guys something special that I think you guys saw in the past. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys these, and I said the same thing. I'll give you guys a review, and I still haven't yet. I know I'm slacking, but this is the first prototype Zoom Air Jordan 1 High. You know, on the Zoom bottom, it's kind of like that translucent, and it's got that like rainbow kind of color to it. This is different, right? Well, if you actually look inside the shoe, it's a full-length Zoom Air unit. This is a sample. It's got premium black leather. Now, when they do the samples, typically, for the most part, on a lot of these like new model prototype things, they typically just do like an all black version of it, and then they're just really focusing on, you know, the performance or whatever it may be that goes along with it, and then from there they'll start freaking it out, adding different colors, doing crazy stuff. But most of the time it's like solid color, this, that, the other. So like you saw on the tennis version, right? Just all white, all black, makes sense. So this, again, another great sample. I had a chance to add these to my collection a long time ago. Really comfortable. It's something different. Amazing materials on the upper. You gotta know, you know, type situation. But this is something that you just won't see online. I have never seen this shoe online anywhere but right here. So if you see another pair, great, let me know. I would love to see, or see if it's a different type of sample, and maybe I can do some type of comparison with that version compared to these. But when the Zoom full-length Air unit was being created, this is what it was, what that they created it with. So it's dope to have these in my collection. Now let's take it to the next shoe. What should we go with? Let's take it to, since we're kind of going, you know, like mids. Besides this, you know, you had mids, then you had the KOs started coming out, then you had the Jordan 1 High retros, but not OG high. So let's get into the high retros next. So first up right here is one of my personal favorites still to this day. Got these back in the day, and it's funny because you guys remember when you take the Scotch tape and you put it over the Jumpman on the insole, and then it preserves the Jumpman, and you could rock your shoes with the insole back in the day? It's funny because I still see the Scotch tape here on the insole on these. But you have the CDP pack Air Jordan 1 High Retro. Now during this time, the high retros, or the retro iterations, whatever you want to call them, they were called high retros, but they weren't OG highs. And some people may or may not know, which I'll show you guys the comparisons in a second, but during this time, like I said, OG highs weren't out yet. These came out in 2008, and then around 2010, 2012, we started to see a lot more retro highs, and then later, you know, 2015, around that time, then we started to see OG highs. So this one in particular then did get a retro iteration after that with the OG high version, but I just ended up keeping these because I love these. I love how they went about it with the laces, the materials, and I think overall a very, very solid shoe, and honestly something that you don't see too often anymore. My pair is starting to yellow a little bit on the midsole, and honestly, it looks really clean. I love it. I've worn these so many times. I clean them up and then they still look good. So I'm happy with this shoe. Beautiful sneaker. You got the Jumpman on the front, the Jumpman on the back right there on the heel. Again, another great shoe with so many memories, and I will probably never get rid of these. Now this is a great example, and I have done a full review on this in the past, so if you guys want to reach back and check that one out later, make sure you guys do. Again, links will all be down below in the description. But if you look at the Celtics Air Jordan 1s, you can see it has the Jumpman on the back and the Jumpman on the tongue. This is an OG high version, recently released, also called, what is this, a lucky green or something like that. They just switched it up and the greens are different and everything. But either way, you got the Nike on the tongue, Nike Air on the tongue, and on the back on the heel, there's nothing. This is an OG high, modern day cut and style, and this was your retro high style. So as we transitioned from mids, we then got into retro highs, and this pack, sorry, I forgot the other one, but the DMP Defining Moments, Boston Celtics, Chicago Bulls. You got the bread ones, Bulls ones, band ones, whatever you want to call these. Amazing pack. I have a funny story. I don't know if it's too funny, but I fell asleep when I was driving on my way back to the camp out, and I ran through a bunch of cones, and I woke up and I was like tripping. I'm like, bro, like I almost died. Like it was crazy. I was literally freaking out. I was so tired because we had camped out all night and then had to go run and pick up one of my homies to bring him to the camp out. And during that process, I ended up falling asleep. Great shoe, great memories. As you know, you can see, this is why I still have these in my collection. And it's two classic color, well, I guess this isn't no OG, but OG color blocking. And then you can't go wrong with the breads, and I got a lot of breads. We'll talk about that in a minute. But again, two great shoes. Let's take it to the next one because this one is also very special. And that is this royal blue patent leather Air Jordan 1 Retro High. Now these in particular, they were made as a sample. This is a sample. It has the tag and all the different branding on the inside. And you can see Jumpman on the tongue, Jumpman on the back, stitched here in royal blue as well with the black laces. But these were given to my coaching staff at my high school. So I found out about it later down the line. This was during the time while I was in high school, and I was finally able to get my hands on a pair, and I got them in a size 13. So extremely happy about this shoe. Again, another one that I have been offered thousands of dollars for, and I'm not getting rid of it because I don't care about the value. I went to high school here. It was dope to be a part of it. We were cold at football, and we had a lot of great memories as the team. Obviously, some of my coaches was, you know, but either way, we had a good time. Whether this shoe was worth 37 cents or $3,700, I wouldn't care because they're gonna be in my collection for the long haul. Speaking of long haul, let's take it back to some of the older OG cuts. I know we're gonna kind of backtrack a little bit, but it's actually funny because it's more of a modern day thing. But we have the 1985 cut Air Jordan 1 High 85. So basically, where'd it go? This one right here. So this was the first, this one in the black and red version, reverse breads, whatever you want to call those, were the first ones to hit the streets. This came out in a pack with the airships. I was lucky enough to get a sample pack, so I got that pack, the box, everything like that. I've done a review on these in the past. This is a sample pair. I don't have the black and red pair. I have come across them. The prices have been going down. I've been being patient, but I think in 2025, this is the year that I finally get the black and red pair, because I talked about it low-key like the past couple years, and I still haven't gotten them yet. At this point, I feel like the prices have settled enough where I'm like, I could go get those now. So that's one I'm missing. But besides that, again, this is the New Beginnings Air Jordan 1, also known as the white and red sample from back in the day, whatever you call it. There's a bunch of different names and nicknames for the shoe, but this kind of started the kickoff for the 85 cut. And this, oh man, I'm like, this is like our modern day 85, right? They're coming back with all these versions. They're recreating the original colorways. They're giving us some alternate sample colorways, this, that, the other. I have to go after this entire set. So with that being said, let me show you guys the other one. Oh, I picked these up together too, but I got 4 other ones. So I have the white neutral, white natural gray, whichever one you want to call that. The metallic burgundy right here, which I think is so slept on, so undervalued, very, very affordable. Honestly, probably both of these are really affordable. The Georgetown Air Jordan 1, these are so nice. And the black and white Air Jordan 1. So we talked about these with the CDP pack, but this 85 cut, they did an amazing job. The materials, how soft they are, how much more comfortable the shoe is. They have refined it over the years because these were very stiff and uncomfortable, and they did a really good job on this black and white colorway. So with that being said, I have these 5 colorways right now from the 85 cut new modern day retro versions, whatever you'd like to call them. These are the ones that I have. I'm missing the black and red. Once I get those, that will complete the set, and then you know what that means. We'll do a ranking video. And then when it comes to the low tops, I'm missing the low top 85 cuts. I got the 2 original, the navy and then the gray, but I got to get like the white and black, and I think there was one other one that came out. If not, it's coming out or something like that, but I'll probably get those at some point in 2025. Since we're on the topic of 1985, I ended up picking up a 1985 Grail that, as you guys know, I have never owned a pair of 85 ones from 1985. This is the first time I have ever owned this shoe, and I did a great trade. So let's cut to some of the footage because this happened like 2 days ago, and I had to make sure that I did this before I made this video. that's why I got rid of some of the ones, but we'll do a recap in a second. Let's just go ahead and cut to the footage.
The life of being a YouTuber, TikToker. Always have to carry the tripod everywhere you go.
Gotta have it just in case. I got some shoes. As you see, there's some Jordan 1 boxes in here, so I am getting rid of some. Try not to drop all these shoes, but we should be able to make this quick. I'm gonna be picking up 2 different shoes, one for me and one for my mom. That's about it. I'm just here for one grill and one grill only. So this is a pair that my mom has always wanted. #1 pickup of 2025. So as you guys can see from the video, a beautiful pair of 1985 Air Jordan 1 Royals. Bruh, I have been on the hunt for the right price, the right trade, the right this, that, the other. Shout out to Sneak City for making this happen. I have a pair of bread ones that might be on the horizon next month. I got the itch. Now I gotta scratch it. I might have to go after the entire set. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it all in the 13, but I did get these in the 13, so I'm excited because I got these in my size. I didn't want to just get a pair because I could have easily have gotten some, but I wanted to find a clean pair in a size 13. I didn't really care about the colorway per se. I just wanted to get one in general, and now that I've gotten this one, oh yeah, bro. It might be the Breads, it might be Chicago's, Nutri-Gray, you name it. I'm coming after all of them at this point. So as you guys saw in the video, there was a stack of shoes and I ended up trading some sneakers for this pair of Royal 85s. So let's go through the Air Jordan 1s that had to be sacrificed to get this pair along that trade. So the first pair that I got rid of was the Spider-Verse Air Jordan 1 High OG. I love the shoe, I really do, but they're really affordable and I can get those back whenever. You don't just come across a clean pair of 85s any day. The next one I got rid of was the PSG Air Jordan 1 Low OG. Now I had these for a bit and I just was kind of like on the fence, didn't know what I wanted to do with them. And then I saw this trade and I was like, typically I always go like, okay, from the bottom of the chopping block first, try to get rid of the stuff that I may or may not care about or something that's easy to get back, not too expensive, this, that, the other, kind of get rid of some bulk to make space in my room to be able to then get a banger in the collection. That's kind of like the mindset behind it. This one fell into that category. So I don't dislike the sneaker, but at the same time, definitely not one of my favorite Jordan 1 Low OGs. Next up was the Hyper Royal Air Jordan 1 High OG. I think this is a great shoe, but again, if I'm looking at all my blue sneakers and I'm like, which ones do I have? I try to always think about that too when I go through like, okay, if I'm getting a blue sneaker in my collection, which blue sneaker am I willing to sacrifice for that one? And which one can I get back again that's not too expensive? So again, that one fell into the category. The other one I decided to get rid of was a double up, and that was the Amamanier Air Jordan 1 High OG. I already have a pair that I wear currently, and I'm like, I'd rather get rid of my new pair because they have more value, and I wear my pair and they're still clean, so it's fine. We'll talk about those later in the video as well, but at the end of the day, threw those in the trade. Another one that hit the chopping block probably first on the list was the Navy Air Jordan 1 High OG. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're cheap. You can get them back. No worries. And next up was a shoe that I just got like not that long ago, but like I said, what's a blue shoe that I can get rid of, that I can get back, that substitutes, you get what I'm saying? It was the Game Royal Air Jordan 1 Low OG. You guys just saw me talk about these like a couple weeks ago. I didn't even get a chance to make a review about them. So literally as of last week, technically in 2024, those 6 pairs were a part of my sneaker collection, and they would have made it in the video, but then this opportunity arose and I was like, you know what, maybe we should push the video back just a little bit so I can get these Royal ones into the video. So so I got rid of those plus a couple other shoes to get this pair right here. Again, very, very excited about these. I can get those back whenever I want to. So this is my pair of 85 Air Jordan 1 highs. Let's take it to the regular retro style Air Jordan 1 high OGs from the modern day. All right, we got like 60 something pairs of shoes to go through left over here on this wall, so I'm gonna try to get through them as fast as possible, kind of bunch them together by colors and things, and tell unique stories that may pop out or new additions, because you guys might have heard some from the past. We'll try to get through this quick. And again, if you guys made it this far into the video and are enjoying it, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Trying to get to 400,000 subscribers really soon, and I'm thankful for every old subscriber and new subscriber that we have joined into the fam. Now let's get into the next shoe. So I'm gonna bunch these 3 together because you guys have seen them over all the years. So first up right here, we have the black and gold patent leather Air Jordan 1. I love this shoe. Haven't made any memories in it yet, but like I said, it's the new modern day version of the previous mid. This is the Jordan brand classic, black and gold patent leather as well, with the confetti bottom right there with that sparkle. I actually let my dad wear these to my wedding. Next up right here, we have the SP Gina Air Jordan 1 High OG. RIP Gina. She was a legend in her community and a legend in the shoe game. Still glad to have these in my collection. Now, staying on trend with the black and gold and the patent leather, we have this right here. This is the gold toe Air Jordan 1 High OG. So I used to have a couple pair of these. I clean these up after I get done rocking them every time. I personally love patent leather Air Jordan 1s. I also forgot to mention the yellow toe Air Jordan 1s, aka Taxis, Go Steelers. All right, let's keep going with the video. Next up here at the top, we have the Court Purple 2.0 Air Jordan 1 High OG. I think back in the day, I used to have 3 pairs of these, and then I kind of just let them go up in value and traded them and ended up keeping one. And that's sometimes what I do with certain shoes, just because I know I really love it, but at the same time, if they go up, then I can get something else that I like. So it's always a good leverage point too, to have multiple sometimes. Now right here is the 1.0 version. Let me see, it's crystallizing a little bit on me right here. And I mean, you just cannot go wrong with the toe series in general. Right here, we have the LA to Chicago Air Jordan 1 High SB. Now this one is a super dope collaboration. It says Nike SB here on the tongue. I've done a review on these in the past as well, and if you see, it's like that purple LA, you know, gold and purple, or yellow and purple, whatever you want to call it. But the shoe, as you wear it over time, you see those red lines, that turns into the Chicago Air Jordan 1, except for it has a black outsole. But besides that, very, very dope shoe in collaboration, and I would love to have a second pair of these. Now, when it comes to more of the tan shoes right here, we have the Union Air Jordan 1. This is not the first collaboration. This is the third Jordan 1 collaboration. Jeez, there's set to be another one coming out in 2025. I think actually a couple different colorways, but this is probably the least sought after or desired or lowest value pair of the bunch. But me personally, I love rocking these, and I think they're still a clean shoe. Nice quality as well. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. Staying on brand with the tan shoes, like we talked about earlier, I did trade a pair away, but that's because I have a pair that I still wear. It seems like I haven't worn these that much, but I actually wear these a lot. Clean the bottoms a little bit, but it's brown, so you don't have to do too much on there. I think I might have wiped the midsoles down just a little bit, but you can see there's a little bit of dirt. But I like rocking these. I've worn these any time of the year, and the materials are great. They feel comfortable. It's a dope collab. Now, you guys saw me talk about the low top earlier, but this is the high top Mocha. Had a couple pairs of these, rocked them. This time I actually decided to keep my dead stock pair, because I had I actually had 3 pairs of Travis Highs, and I had 1 worn pair that I was wearing, but then I ended up trading those for the Nike Mags. So now maybe this might be my new worn pair. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll think about it. But as of right now, very dope shoe, and it's got some crystallizing on there as well. But overall, I mean, you guys know I like my shoes, so I'm gonna say they're all great pickups, and they're all clean shoes, and they're all very dope, and all those same quotes that you hear for every pair, because I like the shoe. Now, speaking of Travis Scott's and the trades for the mags and everything, I actually still ended up keeping one of my dead stock pairs. As you guys know, I got 2 pairs off of Sneakers app for retail. The other pair I paid resale on the used pair, but I got it for a really good deal. So this, I mean, you can't go wrong. Retail cop. Obviously, I love the shoe at the end of the day, but these ones I'm not getting rid of. Okay, before we move to the silver type gray sneakers, because we hit the gold ones earlier, I forgot I did have this gold pickup as well. These I got a couple weeks ago, not that long ago. The black and metallic gold. Some people call them like the mellows, different things like that, because they're similar. But either way, like I said, great shoe. I love the shoe, all the different things. I talked about this in the past actually on an affordable Jordan 1 video. I was like, I'm gonna get them eventually. I just have to get them for the right price. I got them for really, really cheap, and it made sense, so I grabbed the shoe. These are still, at the end of the day, very affordable at the normal market value, but you know me, I'm trying to get the best deal possible, so I was patient, and I finally got them. Next up right here, we have the Rebellion Air Jordan 1 High OG. A lot of hype behind this shoe. I'm still hyped about this shoe. I think they did a great job on them at the end of the day. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. So let me know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. With the Band X on the back, I understand where they're going, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like they could have did something else with that band X on the back. Next up right here, we got a classic retro Shadow High right here. Can't go wrong. I used to have multiples, got rid of a couple because they just went crazy in price, and it just only made sense to put those in some, you know, trades and get rid of. But definitely always kept one. These have been to hell and back. They may not look like it, but trust me when I tell you, they clean up well. Now, even more elevated version of that Shadow is gonna be the Laylee May Shadow Air Jordan 1. This is that satin toe. You got the corduroy on there. You got the chenille on the swoosh, the satin on the back, the corduroy around the collar on the inside and on the tongue. Just beautiful collaborations. My personal opinion, one of her best collaborations that hit the streets, you know, that was available to the public. It took me a little while to get, you know, a couple years, but through a couple trades, I ended up adding these to the collection some years back, and now I'm not getting rid of these. Now, you guys heard me talk about the low tops earlier in the video, and this is the high top current modern day retro version. We've seen the mid, the high top with the briefcase, and then the other versions like that over the years. These are just amazing. I was gung-ho for them. I overpaid for them when they first came out. It is what it is. At the end of the day, you can't win them all, but I mean, it wasn't like it was a big L. Like maybe I lost like 60 bucks or something, so I can't be too mad. I won on plenty other shoes. Now, like you guys saw earlier, I had the DMP pack Celtics ones, and these are the lucky green Air Jordan 1 high. I did a full comparison and review with these against those, so you guys could see the differences. I love these. Go Ducks, you name it. Like, it checks so many boxes for me as to why I wanted these in my collection. Now, I think, was it the pine green toe, or was it just the green toe, or whatever they called them? Either way, that shoe, I remember they did like a 2.02 and they were cheap, and then next thing you know, they shot up in price. I need the green toe ones back. I should have never got rid of them, and now I'm like, I gotta get them back. So if you guys see a size 13 for a good price, let me know. I would like to add those back to my collection. Next up right here is my dad's probably most hated shoe in my collection, which we'll see what he says at the end of the video, but the J Balvin Air Jordan 1 High OG. I think they did a good job. I don't think this is like you wear it every day type shoe, but when you find the right fit and you make it all work, I think these can go crazy. Obviously, it's gonna turn a lot of necks, start a lot of conversations, you name it. I haven't found a fit yet, but when I do, don't worry. I'll be making a video on my Instagram or my TikTok or whatever like that, showing you guys the outfit that I put together with these. Honestly, I might have to challenge myself to put an outfit together sooner than later now that I think about it. Okay, time to make our way into the blues. So we'll start with the light blue sneakers first. We're gonna go with the UNC Air Jordan 1 High OG. We got that UNC powder blue with that suede on the upper right here. And then we have the UNC toe as well. And then we have the off-white UNC. Had a few pairs of these. Now I just have one. Threw a couple in some trades. And then also we have the UNC college PE. Crazy materials on these. So this is like 5 different versions. Let me get these together for you guys so you can see. Trying to bundle these together a little bit in different sets or sets-ish type scenario. So UNC PE, UNC off-white, UNC OG colorway, UNC toe modern day style, UNC powder blue, what's it called? I don't even remember what the new name of these things are. Either way, these were some of my favorites that have stayed in my collection over the years, and this pair in particular, I wear these a lot. Staying on brand with that UNC or that light blue coloring, we have the UNC to Chicago women's Air Jordan 1 High OG. The material on these, insane. They did such a good job. If you know, you know. Shoes affordable. Trust me, you're gonna love these if you don't have them already. If you plan on grabbing them, you're gonna enjoy every single bit of this shoe. And if I got the women's version, you know I gotta get the men's version. And you know I also love patent leather, so it makes sense to grab these. Had a couple pairs of these, ended up sticking with one. I do wanna wear these. At some point, I'm gonna rock them. I kinda wanna let them sit on ice for a little bit longer. And then when I pull them out, people are gonna be like, damn, I forgot about those. Like, I think this is one of those type of sneakers. It might need to sit for just a little bit longer. Now this next shoe, these sat and nobody really wanted them, but I was like hyped. As soon as they came out, I got them. And that's the Obsidian Air Jordan 1. And then like a couple years later, TikTok blew them up and then they became outrageously overpriced. And I don't know what they're worth now these days. They're probably cheaper now, but this was one of them like shoes that like, when did those become expensive and why are they worth so much? There are so many Jordan 1s that I could be buying, and I know we're gonna have the conversation already in the comment section. Where's the shattered backboards? I don't like the shattered backboards. I don't like that set. I've owned them all. I've had sample versions, I've had other iterations over the years, pairs that people haven't even seen, and I end up getting rid of them every time. It's just not for me. It is what it is. When the new shatter backboards come out, hey, I don't even know if I'm gonna make a review on those, honestly. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm just so go Ducks. Maybe that's why I don't have too many orange shoes in my collection, but that's a whole nother topic. Either way, let's take it to the next one. This one, it's got some yellow into it, but predominantly blue, and this is the Dornbecker Mr. Booper, aka my homie Tony Taylor. We went to high school together, and he actually ended up helping me get this pair in particular. So I've had a few pairs over the years, but I've always said I'm gonna keep at least one pair on ice, and this is the specific pair that I got from Booper. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could never wear these. This is just like an ultimate grail. If I did, I would get another pair just to wear those again. Are they even wearable if I get a new pair or even a used pair or whatever? I don't know. This is a grail that's one of those sneakers that it's gonna take a lot for me to actually put these on feet and rock these out and about doing something. And I'm probably gonna have to wear them with shorts just in case to play it safe so it doesn't rub on the back end and make the material, you know, come off, and then next thing you know, it ruins the shoe even more, because this is like a true work of art. Now, you guys saw earlier in the video, I got my 85 Royal Ones. Very, very ecstatic. But the reason why I was so happy about that is because I have a lot of different versions from the past. So this is like, what was that, 2013? I have a new pair and I have a used pair. I have a used pair and I have a new pair. But bruh, like I have, oh man, yeah, these things are kind of cooked. Maybe they may not look cooked on camera, but yeah, they're kind of beat up. They're scuffed up and everything. I love this shoe. I wear these so much, and I always knew I needed to keep a pair on ice. That way, if I ever wanted to pull them out, or if they didn't retro how I wanted them, or whatever it may be. And the reason why I say if they didn't retro them how I wanted them to is because this was, what was this, 2017? These, I just didn't like them. People liked them, and I say this to say, not like I didn't like them, like I didn't want to buy them and add them to my collection. I liked them enough for that, but I liked these more because I came up looking and glorifying the early 2000s pair. So that was a pair that I no longer have, and I need to get back in my collection to complete the set of Royal Ones from over the years. But from that to this, it was like similar. So I was like, okay, this is dope. And then these came out and I was like, they just don't look as good. And if you wear them in the rain, the way it hits the water, soaks up and then it just looks like all dark, and it just don't, like the shoe don't hit the same. These and those band ones or bread bands, whatever they called those from during this time too, like I just was not a fan. And then the price was crazy. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. So I like them enough to have them and keep them, but not enough to say this is my favorite Royal out of the Royals that have retroed. Now, another one that got me excited, but also was low on the totem pole, was the reimagined Royal. Instead of leather, they went with suede. I actually ended up picking up a couple pairs of these, and then I was like, no, I'm just keeping one. I'm good. All I need is one in my collection. So I got one left. My dad loves these. He glorifies them. He might pick them in his top 5. I don't know. At the end of the day, buy what you like what you like, rank them how you like, do whatever you want to do with your money. But for me, I'm gonna keep one pair and I'm gonna call it good in that scenario. So I have, here we go. These, oh, actually I'll put them together this way. So we have the 2013 new and used, and then we got 17 and whatever that was, 2023, 2024, whatever. They did the reimagine. So these are my Royals plus my original from 1985, and then I need that early 2000s pair. And low-key, I just put a bid in on a low top. Was that like 2015 or whatever, 2014, 2016? Those low top OG ones, the Royals, I did just put a bid on those. So I'm trying to complete this set of Royals because I personally love the Royals, and this was a colorway that I wore in high school. That's why I love them so much, because it's my high school color. So that's what kind of gives me that attachment that you guys are probably like, why does he love these so much? Now, staying on brand with that royal blue, we're gonna have the Fragment Air Jordan 1 High. You guys saw I had the low top earlier, and there's no way I could have the low without getting the high. Now these, a little bit lower on the totem pole. I think they're dope, don't get me wrong. But if I were to rate these versus the Mochas, I'm going with the Mochas over these. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. They did an insane job, but they just don't compare to the original Fragment Air Jordan 1 High. These, you guys saw, I did a trade, recently added these to my collection about 6 months ago or something like that. And now I finally got them after all these years. It's funny because I've owned pairs over the years in different sizes. I even had a friends and family pair with the little black Fragment logo on the back, and they weren't my size. I've owned other Fragments, dope Fragments, samples, different iterations, but they were never my size, so I never kind of like documented it and made videos about it. And now I finally got my size, so I can talk about these ones because I'm excited about these ones. Plus all the other ones I like to keep low key. If a lot of people don't have them, I don't want to show all of those all the time. I don't like to show every sample all the time. Now continuing on with the blue, you can't forget the Storm Blue Air Jordan 1 High OG. The outlet special, the everybody slept on these, damn I messed up, why are they so expensive now type sneaker. Yeah, I remember, yeah, I know, yeah. Got mine for like $100, so I was in it back then. I was actually seriously collecting still back before all this hype, so it's convenient because when you got time in the game, you don't have to spend the crazy prices, and then people be like calling you bougie for not spending the insane price because you're like, why would I do that if I know this, and why would I do that? Like sometimes I could justify it sometimes, but I still end up like, let's do a trade or something, because shoes used to be like $100 and it was like a crazy grill, and the next thing you know it's like, why is this shoe $800? Like what is going on? So it's just fun to see that happen over the years. And I know we talk about the values and those things throughout the video every now and then, but I feel like the value kind of represents the demand behind the market at the same time. So that kind of helps speak like, why do people want this, or why do they glorify it so much, or whatever it may be. And it's fun to me because I'm like, I thought this was just a dope shoe and I wanted to add these to my collection, and it's an OG colorway. Like I would love to see them retro these in the 85 cut in the modern time. Hopefully they do, because it only makes sense for Jordan Brand to do it, but we'll see in time. All right, now transitioning from the blues to the reds, the royals to the breads, whatever you want to call it, we have the top 3 Air Jordan 1 High OG. I think it's a sleeper still to this day. I think it's one of them shoes that's like, if you know, you know, if you care about it, you do. It's kind of like one of them under the radars, but still kind of expensive a little bit, but like it's a lot of nostalgia behind it, but also unique. And people are like, how do I wear that with an outfit? They kind of like can't decide, like, do I want to collect this? Do I want to rock this? I don't know. I'm like in the same boat. I think it's more of a collector's piece than a rocker, but I only have one pair and they're still dead stock, and I got them for like really cheap. So I don't know, I think I'm kind of just sitting on them as a collector still to this day, just because I have a lot of other versions that I'm like, I could wear these for the meantime. So right here, royal on the toe, royal on the back, bread on the toe, bread on the back, Chicago on the back, whatever you want to call it. So you got the black and red, you got the royal, and then you got the Chicago. All three, the top 3 mixed into one single shoe right here, giving you the top 3 Air Jordan 1. Now another dope classic from that OG color blocking was the black toe. This is like the 2016 or 2017, I think it was 2016 retro. And then after that, you had the Union, which was crazy hyped. I ended up trading 2 pairs of Rookie of the Year Jordan 1s for these straight across. And then these ended up shooting up. Rookie of the Years was pretty expensive at the time, but these ended up shooting up. So I actually got really lucky in getting these in a trade back then. And now I'm like, bruh, there's no way. Because in the size 13, they're like $3,000 now. It's like something stupid. I don't even know what the price is these days. This one right here is the Black Toe Reimagined. These haven't come out yet. You guys saw I did a review on these a couple months ago. They keep getting pushed back. Now they say they're supposed to be coming out soon. So we shall see. Either way, when it comes to the toe series, these are going to be like my 3 versions. So we got the Reimagined, the Union, and then we have the retro here. Would love to see an 85 cut in the OG retro colorway, or OG colorway, whatever you want to call it. Would love to see the original series in all of them in the 85. But yeah, these are my 3 black toe series right here. Now, when it comes to that, you also have like bread toe, right? And we'll get into the breads in a second. But this is the bread toe Air Jordan 1. Again, another sleeper sneaker. Like, people liked them when they came out, but the Jordan 1 hype wasn't there yet. And next thing you know, people couldn't get the breads because those were crazy expensive. And then this was the alternative. And they became extremely expensive. I don't know what they're worth now these days, but this was one of them shoes I'm like, what? Like, why didn't you had a chance to get them when they came out. Why didn't you just get them then? I got these when they dropped. I thought they were great. But again, I wear my breads so much and I wear these so much still that I haven't made my way to these yet. Eventually it will come, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe the next 2 to 3 years, then I'll start busting these out. But for now, I got some other pairs that I'm still rocking, so they'll come out in time. Another one, the Oklahoma Air Jordan 1 High OG. This is the college PE, like you guys saw with the North Carolina. I have the Oklahoma PE as well. And it's actually funny because I showed my Gator ones in my previous video last year. I had those for a long time and I ended up getting rid of them in 2024. They were actually a size 14, and that pair in particular, the way they were cut and everything, they just fit way too big on me, and it didn't make sense for me to keep them. So I don't remember what I did. I think I put them in a trade. I know I got rid of them. I just trying to remember what I did to get rid of them. I just know they're no longer with us. Now when it comes to the bread Air Jordan 1, we got 3 different options right here. We got the patent bread, reimagined, whatever you want to call these. I love patent leather. I love breads. Got the hang tag like the early days with the Chicago patent from the early 2000s. It just makes sense. This is the 2013 bread, which I am in love with, and I also have a pair that I rock. And this is my worn pair right here. Concerts, festivals, you name it. It's just so easy to clean up. I haven't cleaned them up in a while, but they don't look too bad right now. The midsoles, they get dirty, you clean them up. The uppers, you wipe them down, and the shoe's back in life. So I'm looking forward to cooking these over the years. I feel like I've done so much damage, but not too much tread off of there. It's getting smooth on the front end right there, but overall, Grail, can't go wrong. Yeah, I just love this shoe. This is my band Air Jordan 1 with the X on the back. Again, I've been collecting for a long time, so I didn't have to pay for the hype and all those other things. I got these for like, it was $109.99. I want to say that, I'm pretty sure that was the price, or $104.99, $109.99. I ended up getting a bunch of pairs of these. I just ended up keeping one because they just all shot up and I had them for a long time. And then, like I said, money talks. I'm trying to get into real estate. I'm selling some pairs so I could level up in my life. At the end of the day, I could get them back and I could just keep one of the pairs. So that's what I decided to do. I kept one. I'm gonna hold these on ice. We camped out at the Nike outlet when these came out. I got a call from one of my homies like, bro, they got these band ones. These was the ones that was on the blogs. They're at the outlet right now. And I'm like, no way. I pull up to the outlet. They had like the single box, and then like you had to go to the, they're like in the aisle, and then you had to go to the counter to get them. And then they're like, yeah, you can get like one a day. And I was like, okay. And then I came back the next day, got another pair. And then that was like during the week time. And then on the weekend, they were like, they held them off, and they were like, because I think it was Friday, they held them. And then Saturday, they're like, we're doing a drop. So it was like a camp out drop, first come, first serve, one per person drop for it. And it was a bunch of people camped out by that point. And then I ended up like, they had so many pairs, we ended up camping out, getting our sizes, and then going back to the line, get some more pairs, came back to the line again, got some more pairs, hit the, because it was like $100. And it was like, bro, this is a crazy material. The shoe is dope. The story's dope. It was just a fun time. So I got a lot of memories. I've never made a review on these on my channel. Now I should definitely do that and just tell the story. If you guys want to see the story on these and just hear more about it, because I have all the homies camped out with me and we had a fun time and I got a bunch of pairs and everything. So that was like a small gist of it, but let's take it to the next shoe. And that is my cooked Chicago 2015 dirty as hell. Oh my gosh. I need to clean these for real. This is actually getting outrageous. I didn't think they were this dirty. This is just throwing me off guard right now. Let's just show my dead stock pair. So I have a used pair and then I have a dead stock pair that I've been sitting on. I mean, it's a classic. Again, any Chicago in any version or iteration, you cannot lose. Like, it's so dope. It's fun collecting. It's fun having all the different iterations and versions. And I would like to have a used like pair that I wear and then a dead stock pair of all the different iterations as well, to put that set together and complete that and have that like on display or something like that. So when I got a chance to get these back in the day, couldn't pass up on it. I got them a little bit after they released, but I ended up getting them like a couple years later, so it wasn't too bad. Got them for like $300 or something like that. And then like a year later or something like that, next thing you know, a freaking Last Dance comes out and They just shot up like insane. Now this next one is a prime example of what I was talking about, having a used pair and a new pair. We have the Lost and Found Chicago Air Jordan 1s. This is my used pair that I rock. This is my pair that I kind of have the intention of doing the same thing as I did with that 2015 pair, just like going crazy in them. So this has been supplementing that 2015 pair a little bit with the amount of wears that I get, but for some reason they've been still pretty clean over these, you know, whatever is year or 2 years since they came out. I still have a dead stock pair. I got a baby pair. I got some for wifey, all the different stuff. This is another one that I'm like, this pair in particular, there's no way I'm rocking these. Like, I'm gonna keep these dead stock forever. Like, it's just gonna be dope to like pull these out the box 30 years from now and be like, damn, remember those? Like, I don't know. I think it's fun because I look at like the 85s, right? And those are gonna be like extremely old by then. But I think it's gonna be like that same type of nostalgia then. And I'm kind of just like seeing it for it as like, okay, this is what happened over the past 40 years. Like, I want to be a part of that memory and keeping some of these dead stock pairs over the next, you know, 30, 40 years and seeing, you know, what happens. Do people even care about Jordans anymore? I don't know. At the end of the day, I still do. So I'm sure there'll be some type of audience out there that still likes them or wants to hear the stories about it or whatever. All right, so we got 2 more shoes left, and then we're gonna get into my dad's picks and all of my baby sneakers. So let's go over these real quick. And again, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Help me get to 10,000 likes on this video. And then also make sure you hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Now, next up right here, we have the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 High. You guys know this release was terrible. Everybody had their own experience and stories behind it. So let me know what you guys think about the release and the shoe down below in the comment section. I've done a full review, went over the whole process. Shout out to Jordan Brand for giving me a pair to review before they came out and kind of set the facts straight, because everybody had all these different things going on during that time when they released. So I appreciate you guys, Jordan Brand. And now let's take it to my final shoe. And that is the Off-White Chicago Air Jordan 1 High OG. Crazy trade for these back in the day. I'm so excited to still have these in my collection, and it's just a beautiful piece of art to look at. My pair has aged gracefully so far, and I'm happy about that as well. This part starts to yellow on the mesh and the tongue and everything like that. Knock on wood, hopefully my pair doesn't start to turn on me too quick, but this is just a great shoe. Virgil, RIP Virgil, you name it. Like, there's not too many words that I can possibly say to talk about it hasn't even been that long, but it's gonna be a nostalgic time, a nostalgic era, this, that, the other. Like, it's gonna be a memorable moment, and it still is right now. It already is. But that, you know, what was that, 2017, 2018, that time of this stuff coming out was crazy. This was something that we had never seen before. To see them to come in and do this, and what they did with this collaboration and the 10 and then all the releases after, even with 50 pairs of dunks, you name it, like going to the museum, collecting the Air Force Ones. There's just so many cool moments and pieces of the Off-White collection and Nike's collaboration. So to have this a part of my collection, extremely grateful. And also, I think that this is a shoe that I could potentially want to see myself grabbing a second pair to rock. But I think this is also another piece of art. Like, this is more than just a sneaker. This represents so much to the game, and this is one of them shoes that I want to get like the pedestal with the case and have it like illuminated and everything. This is one of them shoes that I would put in that case. Here's a look at the Air Jordan 1 baby collection. Let's run through this real quick like we always do at the end of the videos. Starting off hot, recently picked these up like you guys saw in the video. Got the baby pair right here. These just go absolutely insane. Just look at the material. This pair is just so clean. And then, I mean, come on, you can't go wrong with the Lost and Founds. Go Steelers, you know what I'm saying? We got to start them young. And then another clean white colorway. Can't go wrong with these as well. Still got the Bulls vibes. They get a little bit older. I'm on ones, clean, quality. I don't know, you know, maybe like some church shoes or something. We'll figure it out. And then right here, got the classics, got the OG colorways, you got the Shadows, the UNCs, the Chicagos. This is also part of the Lost and Found pack. And then this is the patent bread. And then here we have 1985 black and white one. I got these at All-Star Weekend. This is a little ticket to the little pizza shop down there. What was that, in Utah, I want to say? And then this was something else from the Jordan Brand party I was at. But that's that. This is a little sample right here, as you can see. Sample stamped up in there. And then we got another sample. This one wasn't produced, so I have been offered a lot of money for this pair in particular. You got a bread one,
This is during that Jumpman era, so you had the Jumpman on the back, Jumpman on the front, sample tagged on the inside. Such a clean shoe. Never gonna get rid of these, but very, very dope. Let me know what you guys think. You know, I feel like there's a lot of cool Jordan 1s to pick over the years. I'll try to be selective and not get too many, but I feel like I got a lot of solid OG colorways as well. A little bit different with the browns and stuff too. Hit a couple splashes with the blues. Overall, very, very clean Jordan 1 collection in my opinion.
All right.
My God.
So I tried to get all the shoes on the floor. You know how like they're like in the cases and stuff, but I had just over 100 pairs of Jordan 1s now in my collection. Last year was like 80 something. It was been slowly progressing from 30 pairs. So we made some progress.
This is crazy.
That's my original 1985 pair right there. But either way, I need you to pick.
Can I touch them?
Yeah, whatever.
Grab
them by the tongue.
I want to look at this real quick.
Yeah.
I haven't got to see this yet. Oh yeah. Damn. Man, this is crazy. The leather is just so much nicer.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
40 years later. Okay, so I need you to pick your top 5 favorite Air Jordan 1s from my shoe collection. There's pairs over here too.
Oh, how can I do that? There's no way. There's no way. Top 5?
Yep.
Oh my God. People, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh. Just let it be known, there is heat in here. Just straight heat. I'm just saying, like, really. But if I'm gonna go in the top 5, okay. I'm gonna put, I don't know which one of these. I think I'm gonna go here with one of them. This is always a clean shoe to me.
Okay. So I'll take that one here. Put it over here for now.
Oh my God. Okay. This is a predicament, but these are super dope, dude.
North Carolina.
This is just the materials on this thing is bananas to me.
All right, so I'll put this one on the list. That's 2 of them.
You know what? I already got a patent leather in there. I got that patent leather in there. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Oh. Okay. Because
The band ones.
okay, we got to put these in there.
All right, band ones.
You put it on the floor? Or you
No, that's good. I got it.
This is hard. This is crazy. This is like shoe shopping on steroids. That's what this is like. Oh my God. You know what? This is an underrated shoe. Okay, look. I got 3. I'm going. Y'all ain't gonna like me for this. I'm going right here.
You got those. You like those.
I like these shoes right here. And I'm going right here.
Number 5. Oh my gosh.
Hey, they be hating on this shoe.
Okay, hold on. All right, so hold your top 5 up here.
Wait.
Yeah, you gotta line them up.
Okay.
All right. So this is your top 5.
Out of your collection, yes. This are well-rounded right here. This is a well-rounded set of shoes.
No low tops. You got 2 OG colorways.
Yeah.
And
You got a patent leather. Yeah.
wait, hold on. Why don't you put these in there?
There is no way in God Green's earth that these will ever show up in anything I like besides the garbage can.
Hater.
There's no way. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
So that's your top 5 picks.
Hey. Yeah, this is my top 5.
All right. Tell everybody to like and subscribe so we can get out of here.
Hey, like and subscribe. I got heat right here.
I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down, it's in my DNA. The only choice I like